Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Darth Vader figure that was released by Hasbro as a part of the Star Wars The Black Series line of products. I picked this up at Walmart for $9.99. Now, judging by the accessories that came with this figure, this particular representation of Darth Vader is from The Empire Strikes Back. We've seen previous versions of Darth Vader from the first Star Wars film, as well as the last film in the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi. Those were both in the Vintage collection, so it makes good marketing sense for Hasbro to have one available from The Empire Strikes Back. And I'll show you what the accessories look like later on in this review. Okay, my first impressions of this figure were very positive when I first got him out of packaging. I was glad to see that Hasbro continued using cloth for his cape and sashes of his uniform, and not molded plastic like what was done on some previous Darth Vader figures from years ago. I also like that his cape billows out very nicely. The rest of his uniform is plastic and has a nice textured look and feel. The joints on the figure all work nicely right out of the package. I had no problem in moving the head, shoulders, elbows, forearms, waist, hips, knees, or ankles. Paint apps were pretty much spot on with this figure. Now, even though these Black Series figures have been in very limited supply in my area, I have noticed that some of these Darth Vader figures that I did see before I bought this one had some botched paint apps in the chest plate, as well as in the area of his belt. So I was glad to be able to find a figure without the aforementioned paint app errors. So let me pause here, zoom in, and I'll give you a closer look as to what Darth Vader looks like. Okay. All right, Darth Vader comes with 4 accessories, so let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what they are. The figure stand that you see him standing on was not included in the package and was purchased by me separately. Okay, first up, here's his trademark lightsaber. Now, the only bad thing about this is that he can only hold this lightsaber in his left hand, as his right hand is too open to hold onto it properly. And there was no deactivated hilt included with this figure. Alright, next up, here's a representation of an exploding blaster bolt, along with an alternative hand sculpt. Now, I'm sure we all remember that scene in Empire Strikes Back, where Han Solo quickly found out that even though he may be among the fastest gunslingers in the Star Wars universe, he was no match for a Sith Lord of Darth Vader's capabilities. The exploding blaster bolt pegs snugly into place on the palm of this alternative hand sculpt, and it also has some handholds in the back of the exploding blaster bolt, so it makes for a really nice display. Okay, and finally, here is Han Solo's blaster pistol. This has some nice detailing on it, as you can see, and the blaster pistol is a bit of a loose fit in the other right hand that I currently have on this figure. So my advice to you is be careful not to lose this accidentally. Alright, back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of Darth Vader for you, and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I have to say that I really like this figure quite a bit. He looks great, and he has some interesting accessories. About the only minor complaint that I do have with this figure is that I can't get him to hold his lightsaber in his right hand like he's supposed to do. But other than that, I think Hasbro did a really nice job in making this figure. So, therefore, I think this Darth Vader figure deserves a great recommendation. Yes, I have to admit, it is a character that has been produced for Star Wars figure lines many times before. But in spite of that, I do think, as I said, Hasbro really did a nice job making this version of Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back. So if you see him in your local store, pick him up. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.